Kathy, girl, the way you make that soil sing. Ooh, with your love, you make everything bloom. That Glory's garden got that magic touch, it's true. Ooh, with your love, you make everything bloom. The way you're tending got that photosynthesis. Oh, that sweet sensation I just can't resist. My darling, with your love, you make everything bloom. Oh.
Good morning, Gigi fam. Good morning. I am back out here in the garden, picking right up where I left off with yesterday. I have a few hours that I can spend out in the garden today because I do have a little meeting. Even though I'm off today, I have a little meeting at my job, and I need to attend that for one of my staff people. I have to be present to those. Not that I like taking off, like going to work on my off day, but you know, sometimes as a supervisor, you have to do those things. So I'm out here in the garden today, and I have shifted a lot of things around. I'm gonna take you with me. We're down, oh, excuse me, down here by this down here passing the air AC that makes a lot of noise. But I have shifted a lot of things around on this end. I started on this end of the garden, and I have moved several trees over this way. I have my pomegranate tree here, and I think I'm gonna cut the pomegranate tree a little bit because I don't want it getting too big. I'm also gonna trim back this apple tree because I don't want that getting too big. I'm gonna try to look and search for when is a good time to prune them. They're not giving me any more fruit, but they are getting leaves on them, and some leaves are dying, like these leaves right here are dying. So I kind of want to cut off the top. I don't want it getting too tall. I definitely don't want the pomegranate to get too tall. I'd rather for it to be a little bushy because that is probably where I'm gonna keep it. I can move it over some, and cucumbers probably won't stay here. This is cucumbers right here. They probably will not stay here. So I can shift everything over a little bit to the opening of the trees. These trees are tall and they're high up, but the apple tree is almost there. So I probably will go in and maybe cut this middle branch off because I don't want them to get too tall. So, but I'm gonna find out when is a good time to prune them. If I should wait till it's cold, you know, even though they're not producing anything right now, I don't want to cut them at the wrong time. So, and I'm going to clip the pomegranate tree too. So if the pomegranate tree probably have maybe another year or so before it even gives fruit, but I have shifted those around. It is a little space right here. I don't want it too crowded. It is a little space right here. And I do have another apple tree. Y'all, the bee is busy on these, on this cucumber plant. He is tearing those little flowers up. That is about the only thing out here besides flowers. That is about the only thing out here. And the peppers, of course, still have flowers and they're still producing. But that's what I have done. And then on this side, I have moved things over on this side. The little blue one is here. I'm trying to keep it low in front of this window, like I said, so we could look out over and see the garden and look out and, you know, check our property. You don't always have to come outside to check your property. You know, if you hear something, or, you know, you can look out. If the birds seem like they're making a lot of noise, you know, if they're not doing their whistling, but they're doing a lot of squawking, then we can look out, because from this back bedroom, you can kind of see the quail coop. And then we also can look a little bit on our camera to be looking around things. So that is what I'm doing out here. I am still shifting. Today, my goal is to get these 3 things moved. The raspberry, blueberry, and lemon. Get them moved to over here. Get them on wheels. I have them on spinners, but put wheels on the spinners. Get them moved over here to this area, and get the 2 peach trees moved. I'm also gonna move the other apple tree right here where raspberry is. I don't know how close the apple trees should be to each other, but I'm gonna put the next one right here, and that is the yellow delicious apple. And then I'm gonna put my 2 peach trees here. I'm probably gonna trim back the peach trees some, after the season is over, and then I may figure out where I want to put the where I want to put my kiwi plant. The kiwi is a vining plant, honey. It is vining everywhere, whether it's going to produce fruit or flowers or whatever. I don't know anything about kiwi. It said it grows in our area. It was for Georgia Zone 9B. So that is me. And I read the packet. That's what the packet said. It was just a little teeny tiny plant when I got it. It has grown. It has really vined on this trellis. It is really vined out on this trellis. I wish I had a bigger trellis for it, because what I do, I just wrap it around and let it just keep vining and vining. I don't know how, and it keeps getting fresh leaves and stuff. I don't know how it, how it grows, whether it produces flowers, then fruit, or what it does. I'm waiting to see, and I'll give it some time. It's nice, it's healthy, it's going well in the environment as far as getting leaves and stuff. But I do know sometimes just because you could grow a plant, that don't mean you'll get the fruit of it. But it did say this is for this zone. I made sure that before I bought it. It did say that it's for zone 9B, Georgia, because the package actually said good in zone 9B. Well, good in zone 9, which is me. So, and not so good for like up north in those areas. Anything below 8, it suggested, it wasn't good for your area. So this was an 8 and up plant. So I did purchase that from Lowe's. It came in one of those little bags with the little boxes, like a lot of my blueberries did. So we're gonna see what it does. And my goal is to take out the raspberry, the blueberry, and the lemon, and move the apple tree, and the 2 peach trees there. So we're gonna get started, and I'll get back with you guys when I have some things done. I may also pull. I kind of want all of the green stalk towers this way on this side of the garden. I kind of want all of them this way, but I may put some in the back part too, right here towards the front of the garden, because where I'm putting them at now, that's the back of the garden. This is the front of the garden. And so I may line some up here if I have to, but I definitely want my fruit trees out this way some. And these trees could be cut like right here where the pomegranate tree is. I might just cut the plum tree because it's growing extra little pups off of it. Hold on. This tree right here, I might just cut it because it's growing little pups on the side. So we might just cut those off, and then let the pomegranate tree grow just a little tiny bit more. And I might do that and have husband cut those little pieces off, or sometimes I'm able to clip those off myself with my little clippers too as well. So that is what my goal is to put all the trees, all the towers to the back part of the garden on this side, and then have the fruit trees to the front part of the garden. That's what I want. But if I have to, I'll line up some green stalk towers here. But definitely gonna always have a walkway. Always gonna have a walkway. All right, guys, when I get some done, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Y'all, as I grow in this garden, as I grow over here in Glory's garden, I learn a little bit more and more. One of the main reasons that I thought about moving all the tiers, all the green salt towers to one side is because of the rain. Where I'm moving them, the space is open. The space is open because I had them here and they're overshadowed by the trees. The trees are good. It does give some of the plants shade. It gives us shade when we're out here, but it's not good for the green stalk towers. This was over here. This is Raspberry Tower. It was over here. It's right up under a tree, right up under the Japanese plum trees. I have 3 of them out here, and they're all on one side, and they grow and they spread out. They become tall and bushy. They cast a good shadow for shade. But when it comes to the green stalk tower, it's not really good because it really poured down here. We've been having those evening showers again and sometimes morning showers. One day it rained all day. Sunday it rained really good. Dry. It's Wednesday, but we done had rain. I think Monday night it rained all night long. And not sprinkle, it rained hard. So, and I water, but these are not able to get the rain in because they've been sheltered by trees. Water's just hitting the trees and then splashing off, going to the ground. Even though I came out here and I took the tops off of most of them that had plants in them. This one, I did not take the top off of it. But even with this one, the top tier of it wasn't even wet. The dirt in it, the soil in it wasn't even wet. It was still dry. So that is one of the main reasons why I decided to move everything to this side. I figured it'd be easier for me to water when I have to hand water. I figured it'd be easier for me to come and take the tops off of all of them and let them sit over here and let the rain fall because it's just open space here. There's no trees hovering over this way. And it's like that from this end of the house to this end of the house till you get about right where my water barrel is. Then trees start kind of hanging over. But we're going to cut some of those back because that crepe myrtle is starting to touch the house now. It's lean and way over, starting to touch the house. But this is a prime example of why I think this is a good move for the garden. So these towers can get water in them. And if they get soaked up on the first tier, then the water will trickle down. That it does work. It does work. So I need to know where my other little gray thing is. Babe. You scared me, child. I didn't even hear you come out. Husband is out. Guess he's gonna do some work. Y'all, I need to go find a great thing to sit down in one of these. Apparently, I didn't have it in there. Y'all, I am back. I got a good bit of work done in the garden today. Got a good bit of work done. I am not unstacking anything else until I could get me some more wheels. I am out of wheels. I have spinners and base, but I need some wheels, and I will order those to get them here. Whew, honey, child, it is hot. It is not sun hot from the sun. The sun is not beaming, but the humidity is hot, and it's so hot my earrings sticking to my face. But the earrings sticking. But I am gonna show you what I accomplished so far. I don't know where I left off at with showing you all what I have accomplished, but I know the goal today was to get the raspberry, the lemon, and the blueberry moved to this side. I have it to this side. I have things kind of jam-packed, but I do have room to spread them out. I just wanted to get them from where they were and to the side of the garden where I wanted them. Then I'll work on spacing and all of that later once I get everything over here. If you could see, I still have blackberry rusted red, beautiful black, and another raspberry tower to move. I have those to move. I'll show you. But over here, I got them out of the way. I got the both apple trees are over here. Both peach trees are over here. Got those out, and it's a lot more spacey right there. A lot more airflow. And I think we're gonna. This tree had been hit by lightning, and I asked husband to cut some of it down, but I really hope he just take off the top. Really hope he just take the top of that off, and so the apple tree could grow a little more. I am gonna cut it. I don't want it too bushy, but just take the top off. It'll still grow because as you can see, it's growing right there, and I've been cutting that off. The ants have been tearing that tree up, so I know ants on the tree and stuff like that is also a sign of a tree rotting, but they seem to be on the leaves of that tree. And I cut plenty of that down myself because it was hanging over. So I cut plenty of that down so it could be out of my way. But let's stand back and show you what I've done. On this side of the garden, husband's out here, he's burning. So we have we moved the beautiful black right here, stunning stone. We moved all that over here. We shifted the blueberry. The other blueberry is down there by the water thing. It's still plenty of room behind that blueberry. We got the lemon, raspberry, another stunning stone over here, and the blueberry black there. I moved the peppercorn towers. I stacked both of those. Those was 3-tier. I stacked both of those up to make it a 5-tier, and I took the 6-tier and I stacked it on top of the blueberry down there. I did not want it higher than that. That's going to be too high for me because those are 10-inch pockets, and I didn't want those. I have the terracotta down here, and that was in Citrus Grove. And down here in Citrus Grove, I moved the lemon tree. I still have it on my little carrier that I use to carry stuff. I still have it on there because it's heavy. There's no way I was going to shift that all the way down here. It's full of water in the bottom, but I have it on the little dolly. And I could easily, I'm going to put it in this middle spot over here. And that will give the ruby red and the lemon more room. I'm going to put it right there as soon as I sweep off and sweep around this area. I'm going to move it there. This is where the peppercorn tower was. I moved it. Still got an extra top here. I moved those things around. But the other 4 towers that I need to move, I need wheels. So I will be putting in an order for wheels on the for the green stalk towers. I will get those ordered today because the sooner, then turn you around, the sooner I could get those ordered. The sun is just starting to come out, guys. It's been behind the clouds the whole time. So I've really been able to stay out here. The humidity is what got me sweating. So I'm going back here with the little shade. But I'm going to end this video because it is hot. It is hot. The humidity is hot. And I have not been taking breaks. I haven't been taking any breaks. When I came outside, I've been out here ever since, working, bending, putting wheels on the bases that I had and moving stuff. So husband did have to help me with the peppercorn tower because it was super soaked. I couldn't lift that by myself. So he did help me with that. I also need to order some of those gray plates. For some reason, I didn't have gray plates on some of these things. So, but stuff is still growing. So they just tell me you don't have to have it. The right way is to have those gray plates so you could get the proper drip. But, you know, I didn't even notice I didn't have that on there. So, and I guess when I got ready to restack, I was like, okay, you're short a gray plate. And those are the little gray things that go in between the tiers on the green stalk. But guys, that is it for me. I'm probably going to leave things as it is. Make sure we have walk space. But it is going good. Some of this stuff, it's a cucumber plant here. I'm going to get rid of it. And this one right here, it has nothing on it. I'm going to take it on out of the way. The okra is still producing. And that's the kiwi right there. I'm going to keep the kiwi in circulation for right now. I'll probably just leave it in this spot, but this will be an empty pot. Y'all, I think my the little plant that my friend gave me, that my friend Evie gave me, comfrey, I think that's gone. I tried scratching it. It didn't do anything. I don't think it made it. I'm gonna leave it in there because I have watered it and fertilized it and we'll see. Sometimes those kind of plants fool you thinking it's dead, but it's nothing green popping out on that. So, and what was green has now turned brown black. So I do not know about that. But I'm gonna leave some of these grow bags. I have gotten rid of some grow bags, and I will be switching out the others because I have some just sitting empty. I'm deliberately, sorry, I'm just talking and not recording myself. I am deliberately not planting in grow bags because I do not want to keep growing in grow bags. If I have anything in them, I will let it stay. But if it's a plant that's going to die out, I'm not going to replant in that. If anything, I will replant in a bucket, and I have plenty of pots around here, bigger pots, especially some of the ones that the fruit trees came in. I always save those. So I will be using those instead. I am proud of the work that I have done so far, and the look that I want is coming along. It's just a little few more maintenance things I need to do out here. And if you can look, things do look crowded. I'm going to turn you around where you can see things do look crowded. They do look jammed up, but it's plenty of space back here. You know, I keep pointing out the space, plenty of space back there, plenty of space over here. My main thing is to get everything on the side of the garden that I want it on and where I want it. I still have room. I could double up, push things back, because we're going to have I always like to leave a wide walking area. Oh, sorry, I was telling you space can go here. One could go there, another one could go there. And I also will be utilizing this space too. I will be moving these soursop trees to the front part of the garden, as well as the persimmons. Everything will be moving to the front part as soon as I unstack and move these other towers. So these are the other towers, the blackberry, rustic red, beautiful black, and then I have another raspberry. I will be putting the trees there. That's where they would be at. They would be on the front line of the garden. Well, y'all, that is it. That is all for me. It's 11 o'clock. I wasn't going to stop until 12, so I might kind of tidy up a little bit, but it's not too much more I could really do out here until I get my wheels. I'm not going to unstack those things and sit them in a place and have to unstack them again to put the wheels on. I'm not going to do that. That's too much work, and they're okay where they're at. The last thing I'm going to do is get this lime tree here. Get this lime tree in this spot in between Ruby Red and Myers Lemon. That's going to be the last thing I do, which is going to be in a few minutes. I'm going to jam that dolly up in there and pull that off and tilt it till I get it off. That's what I'm going to do with that. It is heavy. It is heavy. That's why but I was able to get it on that dolly myself without assistance. So I know I should be able to get it off. Getting it off probably going to be a lot easier than getting it on. But that's it, guys. I am Kathy, growing over here in Glory's Garden. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time, I hope you found the content interesting enough to keep you to the end. And if you've been coming back, you're a part of Gigi fam. Thank you for coming back again. Thank you for coming back again. If you will subscribe to the channel, if you're not subscribed, hit that notification bell so you'll know whenever I post a video or a short. Hype this video, give it the thumbs up, and make a comment below with any suggestions that you have that might assist me in what I'm doing here in the garden. And again, I am Kathy, growing over here in Glory's Garden.
Thank you for spending time with me over here in Glory's Garden. In Glory's Garden. I'll see you in this garden.